On a scorching summer day, a little puppy was trapped inside a car, suffocating in the heat. Just as it was about to die, a passing woman and her young man smashed the window and saved it. The man took the puppy home. He adored it instantly, wanted to keep it, and even made a collar with their names engraved on it, Ethan and Bailey. From then on the two became inseparable. Every night Bailey crawled under Ethan's blanket, keeping him company while he read comic books. Ethan also taught Bailey how to spin in circles on command. In no time Bailey had grown much bigger. Meanwhile Ethan's father was often grumpy because of his drinking. Hoping to cheer him up, Ethan and Bailey performed a show together, making the family laugh. Time passed and Ethan grew into a teenager, the star of his rugby team. He had reached the age of romance, but he was too shy to approach the woman he liked. Bailey sensed the spark in the air and decided to help. He ran straight under the woman's skirt, forcing Ethan to apologize. The woman laughed, petted Bailey, and quickly developed a fondness for Ethan. With Bailey's help, the two soon fell in love. But disaster struck when Ethan's house caught fire. Bailey barked frantically, waking Ethan and saving the entire family. Yet as Ethan jumped from a window, a burning beam crashed down on him, breaking his leg. This ended his dream of ever playing rugby again. Devastated, Ethan pushed his woman away, not wanting to drag her down, and chose to attend a modest college. Because pets were not allowed, Ethan and Bailey had to part. On the day they said goodbye, Bailey watched sadly as Ethan walked away. But a dog's life is short. Soon Bailey grew weak from kidney failure. At the hospital he looked up, saw Ethan's sorrowful face. Bailey wiped his tail, trying to comfort him one last time, before closing his eyes forever. When Bailey opened them again, he had been reborn as a police dog, brave and loyal. He fought crime and once again gave his life to protect his handler. In another life, Bailey returned as a short-legged corgi. This time, his owner was a kind young woman who longed for love. Bailey spun in circles to cheer her up. He watched her fall in love, marry and start a family, staying by her side until the end of his short life. Next, Bailey was reborn into the care of another smiling woman. But her man hated dogs. He never allowed Bailey indoors, leaving him locked outside. Compared to his past lives, this one was filled with loneliness. Eventually the couple abandoned him by the roadside. Bailey wandered as a stray, watching other dogs play happily with their owners in the park, longing for the bond he once had. Then one day he caught a familiar scent. Following it, Bailey arrived at a farm. It was both strange and deeply familiar. After 4 lifetimes, Bailey had finally found Ethan again. Overjoyed, he rushed forward, licking Ethan's face, but Ethan did not recognize him. After all, Bailey no longer looked like the dog he once knew. Ethan fed him and told him to leave, but Bailey refused, lying outside the door. To him this was still home. Ethan eventually sent him to a shelter. At night, however, he regretted it. He returned, adopted the dog, and made him a new collar. Bailey and Ethan were reunited. But Bailey could see that Ethan had lived a lonely life. Since breaking up with his woman long ago, he had never built a family. Bailey decided to help him one last time. Following a familiar scent, Bailey led Ethan's former love back to the farm. She too had lived alone, never forgetting Ethan. With Bailey's help, Ethan and his old love reunited and held the wedding they had missed decades earlier. Bailey now had only one final wish: for Ethan to truly recognize him. He ran into the barn and picked up the old rugby they used to play with. Dropping it at Ethan's feet, Bailey spun in circles, just as Ethan had taught him long ago. Tears filled Ethan's eyes as he realized the truth. The dog standing before him was his Bailey.